So they say the truth hurts, you know, and I don't think Phil Spencer's a bad guy. I don't think Phil Spencer's the type of guy that's going to go around purposely making fun of anything, but he does tell it like it is, and sometimes that can be the hardest truth. And what he did in this Eurogamer article is completely truthful and completely savage. Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, and I am doing another video. Thank you guys for checking it out. So Microsoft unveiled the new Xbox One X console, a true 4K gaming beast, as it were. And, you know, people are really kind of talking about this thing. It's obviously the hottest thing going at E3. And Phil Spencer was talking about the PS4 Pro. And he said, I look at the PS4 Pro as more of a competitor for the Xbox One S, which is the Slim, than I do the Xbox One X. He says the X is a true 4K console. If you just look at the specs of what this box is, it's in a different league than any other console that's out there. And he points to the 40% more GPU speed, more RAM, and the speed of storage as the advantage over the Xbox One X over the PS4 Pro. But he also knocks Sony's methods for getting 4K resolutions with some of its games. When I think about the techniques to somehow manufacture a 4K screen like what some other consoles try, this is different than that. Spencer also says he expects the majority of consoles that Microsoft sells next year will be the Xbox One S. So yeah, I think that is completely savage, but guess what? The truth hurts, folks. The truth is, the PS4 Pro isn't competing with the X. So the X being $100 more isn't a big deal, because in truth, the one that's competing with that is the S, which right now is $250, which is $150 less. Think about it, right? The Xbox One X or S is a upscale machine. It upscales 4K just like the Pro. It does HDR natively just like the Pro. So yeah, think about it. The Pro really is just upscaling a lot of things. So the S is a fantastic console. I love that console. I'm not going to trade mine in, even though I could easily get money towards the X. But man, the fact that people were so down on the Xbox One X and saying that, you know, it was DOA, even myself, I still don't think it's going to be a huge seller to the masses, but I do think that the console gamers that want that real 4K, they're going to definitely hop on this. And Phil Spencer's right, you know, like for what it is, you can't really top that. The PS4 Pro is really overpriced for what it is, so he makes another good point there. And I think that the fact that he's kind of calling that out to the obvious speaks volumes for what it is. So we've seen that there's going to be over 60 games that are native 4K on the X, and when you compare that to some of the games that are running on the PS4 Pro, you can see there's a stark contrast. I mean, I was looking at it. You have some games on the Pro that are only maxed out at 1080p with support, like Tekken 7. That's confirmed to be native 4K on the Xbox One X, but it's only 1080p on the PS4 Pro. So I think that is telling you all you need to know about the power advantage and what Microsoft is trying to do in terms of their console versus the Sony console. And you look no further than what Sony was afraid to show at E3, right? Microsoft shows off Forza Motorsport 7 in glorious 4K, and Sony decides not to show Gran Turismo Sport, which is their flagship racing game franchise. They decide to show that pre-show instead of showing it actually during the show because it looks so bad in comparison. They also, what I believe anyway, and take this with a grain of salt, is that Sony decided not to show off Star Wars Battlefront 2 today or yesterday on their stage because Microsoft has shown it on Xbox Daily Show on Xbox One X, and they didn't want people to be able to do the comparison screenshots. So there has to be something up with why Sony didn't show Star Wars Battlefront 2, which is odd. But if you look at just how good Anthem looked and how good the multiplats looked on the X, it's an easy call as to why Phil Spencer is saying this. I don't think Sony took him seriously at first, but I think after seeing that E3 show, they're definitely taking him seriously now, and it's going to be interesting to see how this goes along in the future. But the X is just so much more powerful and so much more better than the Pro, and it's not even in the same league. I agree 100% with Phil Spencer. The S is the competition. Sony's going to have to come out with a new console to compete with the X. So let me know what you guys think. If you enjoy the content, please hit that like and subscribe button. I would appreciate it, and it helps out the channel tremendously. Thanks for watching. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.